think this is it.
Are you trying to show me how it looks?
Yes, that's why I'm doing all of this.
Okay.
I'm trying to show you how it looks like. Okay, good. So, what's your window admin center? Window admin center is a locally deployed. What I want you to know is like it's a browser base. So, which means you use it, you access it with your browser, either your Edge or Chrome. For managing Windows. See, what do you use it for? Windows Server. You also manage clusters. You manage Hyper-V converged infrastructures. Then as well as Windows 6, Windows 10 PCs. So it's a free product and it's ready to use. So okay, so download now. So one can download Windows Admin Center here, even though it says start your evaluation. So for help installing install. So for Windows Admin Center, so it helps you to do a whole lot, simplify your server management, work with your hybrid solution. Now you know what your hybrid is, your on-prem, your physical center, and then your cloud, right? And then it also helps you to streamline your hyper-converged management. Okay, so you get to know that one later. Okay, so let's go to Windows Admin Center. So select your Windows Admin Center download. Let's try this. Let's try this. It's already downloaded very fast. And we open it. Sorry?
We're using it for this class, right?
Yes, we will.
Okay. Windows Admin Center.
Okay, I just want to let you know. So remember, don't forget, we're looking at the management tools for your server, your clusters, your stack and all of that. So the number one thing is your window admin. So that's why I have to bring up this server. Remember the server
Okay,
here
so
is
this is the number one thing we have to use to manage the
exactly
server, the racks, and clusters. Okay.
exactly window admin center. So your window admin center is a web-based console that you can use to manage your server computers and computers. Even you can also use it to manage your Windows 10s. You understand? And there's
Yeah.
another one we call remote server administration tools. This one you would do it. Okay. Like I said, just know.
Okay.
So you can write, if you are writing anything down, you can write Windows Admin Center, you can write RSAT. Okay.
Okay.
You can just write RSAT. You don't need to write it, just write PowerShell. You understand? Number 3, PowerShell. So your RSAT is a collection of tools.
Another two.
Number 2, RSAT
Okay.
is a collection of tools which enables you to manage Windows Server roles and features. So what does your RSAT does? It enables you to manage Windows Server rules and features. Look at it. Oh no.
Windows server rules and features.
Windows Server. Okay, so let me now show you where your Windows Server rules and features is. So let me go back to our VMs. Remember, these are our VM. Ready to connect your VM. So open this browser. Okay, so if you click on this browser now, see, he has given us a link. Hello? Hello?
Hello, hello.
He has given us a link. See, Maya VM.
Okay.
You can see he has given us a link. So if I click on that link now, so he's asking for authorization. So I can say, let's say, I think I use Benjamin. Now let me use another one. I did that. So, uh, just to This is another administrator.
Okay.
Can you see now? Can you see? So you can see now.
You just installed it.
He said,
You just installed it.
I just installed it. See, this is what I installed. This, and then he gave this URL. URL rather. You understand? This URL. Okay. So anytime you want to log in, so one can pin it, you know.
Okay.
So he's saying successfully installed, blah 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 blah. Okay, so it looks like a browser.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can copy this and send it to you on WhatsApp, and let's see if you can enter.
Okay.
Are you getting what I'm saying? So what do you know what to do? Share your screen. Let's do some little practical here. Share your screen. Do you know how to share your screen? Do you know how to share your screen? Do you know how to share your screen?
No, the laptop.
You said? Do you know how to share your screen?
Hello, sir.
Hi. Oh, Efosa, how are you?
Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Is that Efosa?
Yes, sir. That's me, sir.
Okay. Can you share your screen?
Oh, I'm still trying to get the grasp of what exactly.
I'm not able to share it though. I don't know how to do it though.
Do you know how
I
to
don't know
do
the
it?
laptop is not.
Okay. Just
I
calm
don't know
down.
how to share the screen, no.
Just calm down. Okay. Calm
I can
down.
share mine.
Okay. Okay. Efosa, can you share yours? If you can share yours, that's good.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can share my screen.
Okay.
Is it showing, sir?
Laya, let me confirm. Can you see his screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. So now on WhatsApp, Fosa, on WhatsApp, I sent something
Sir.
to you. Thick voice, like your dad.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello, babe. Hello, babe. What's up? Where are you? Where now?
Can you mute? Okay, so Fosa,
Hello, babe.
can you bring up your browser? Can you bring up your browser? Hello, Fosa.
Hello, sir. Yeah, I'll do that now, sir.
Okay, so I sent you a link on WhatsApp. I am expecting that your
Hear
WhatsApp
me, sir.
is. I'm expecting that your WhatsApp is opened on your browser. Can we do that?
No,
Hello,
it's not.
Naya.
But I typed in the link. Can you see?
Okay.
Trying to
Your
load it.
screen is gone.
So
You might have to share your
I'm
screen.
sharing it.
Okay, I can see it. Good. Can I see the link you used?
I typed it directly from my my WhatsApp is not connected to my laptop.
No,
I
no,
typed
no.
it there.
Are you sure? Can you bring up a while? Bring it up again. Let me see what you type.
Okay, this is here. This. Oh,
Are you using two screens?
no.
I'm not. Can you just bring up a browser
Okay,
and see
okay. I
what
made a
browser?
mistake. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Sorry.
That's what I'm saying. I need to see what you are typing. I'm not seeing what. I'm just seeing a blank screen as it's white.
Oh. Oh. Sorry. I don't understand. So how will I do that?
I need bring up a browser. What am I saying?
I'm currently sharing my browser here.
Yeah, the browser is saying I need to see other parts of the browser. I'm only seeing like the middle part. I can't see where the
Okay.
URL
Okay.
is and all that.
Okay.
Can you share your
Sorry.
screen? Share the whole of your screen, not a page of your browser.
Okay, let me try that again, sir.
Mm. Okay, so Naya, where are we?
I'm still trying to see whether I
Okay,
can.
Naya, this is how you now bring up your teams.
It's
Can you see
up.
your teams? Okay. Can you see where you see camera, mic, and share?
Yes.
Camera. Oh yeah, click on share.
Okay.
So you will see screen and windows.
Screen.
Click on
Yeah,
screen.
desktop window. Okay.
That's how to share your screen. Good.
Okay.
Okay, so I sent you, open your WhatsApp. Do you have a WhatsApp open on your web page here?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes. My WhatsApp is open.
And I can't see your WhatsApp on your browser here.
Yes. There.
Where is WhatsApp? Click on your WhatsApp. There's no WhatsApp here now.
Oh.
Your WhatsApp is not opened. And I said it has to be opened so that it won't waste our time. If we keep doing this, it's going to waste
I'm
our
on
time.
WhatsApp now. I'm on WhatsApp now. I don't know why you're not seeing it.
Okay, so can you type
Yes.
in, can you just clear that Google thing? Can you clear it? Okay, good. So can you type in
So,
what I sent to you on WhatsApp?
yes.
Yeah, be meticulous.
I typed it.
Exactly the way it is. No, 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 no. Exactly the way it is. That
I
VM is a
copied and
capital.
pasted it now.
Is that how it
You,
is?
you sent, yeah, that's how you sent it to me.
Okay, enter. Let's see.
I should enter it on Teams.
Just press enter.
On WhatsApp or Teams.
No, now on, not on Teams, really. It's like a new page. Click a new browser page, a new tab rather.
It's not even opening like a web page. I don't know, send it like a message.
Okay, it's not open. That's what I want to try out.
You sent it like a message. It's not I can't click on it to open a page, a web page.
Copy that Google page, that Google thing, what you put on Google. Copy it from that Google search. Copy.
Confused though.
Hello. Go to Google search.
Hello?
Where you type, click there. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Go to Google search as if you want to
Yes.
search for something.
Yeah. I'm
So
there.
click on it. Click on it. I'm not seeing your action. I can see your screen, but I'm not seeing this action played out.
I've clicked on it.
Can you share again? You kind of disappeared.
Sir, in my end, it's saying this site can't be reached. I don't know if it's my data or
Can you share your screen?
Can you see mine?
You're not searching. You put it in the
What?
URL. Fosa, put
What
it
am I
in the
seeing?
URL.
yeah, I've done that before.
Okay.
Can you
Fosa,
see
okay.
mine?
We are paste now. We are copy that in and paste it there. No. Go back again. Clear that. Go back to that thing that you put in Google search. Enter. Is that what you are getting? That's what you are getting, right? Okay, good.
Yes.
So I'll be sharing my screen now. Okay, so already we are inside this machine now. So now I can finish this. So as you can see, this is your server. So here we can add other machines to it. So if you need to add, you come to add, and then you begin to create. Do you want to create a Windows server, for example? Do we need to add a server to it so that I can create what we call Azure Stack HCI? Can you see that Stack HCI now? Or do you need to create a Windows PC, like your normal Windows PC? Then because we have some Windows PCs. So your Windows PC means that the normal machine that you are using, your physical machine, from your physical data, from your physical office. That's what they mean by Windows PC. Did you understand?
Yes.
Okay. So now you can also add your Azure VMs. So this one, add or create Azure virtual machine that runs Windows Server. So I have some here. So if I minimize this, I come to my Azure portal. If I come to virtual machines, can you see that I have how many machines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 machines. Okay, so these machines are ordinary. They are ordinary Windows, as in Windows 10. But this Naya is the only server. You know that it's the only server that we have. So it's running. But these other machines are stopped. They are not working because there's no money on them. You understand? This one is working. So now, if you now go back to your virtual machine now, this VM now, this Naya now, which we are inside already. This is it. So let's say we need to add a virtual machine. You say add. Okay, so get started. First register window admin center with Azure. Okay, we register. Okay, so to use Azure services with Windows Admin Center, complete the following one-time registration. So if you don't already have an Azure account, first create one. So already we have an Azure account. So select an Azure cloud. So the one we are using is Azure Global. So you should copy this place. You copy this code. Okay, so we should enter code here. Let's see. So I now need to connect my Azure account. Enter the code display on your app. Okay, enter the code. Okay, so you are signing in. So you are signing into Windows Admin Center on another device located in United States. If it's not you, so now let me supply my email address, my Azure account. Sorry, somebody's trying to join. Okay, so I'm trying to sign in to my Azure account, provide the password, which is so you're saying, are you trying to sign into Windows Admin Center? Say yes.
Say yes.
Only continue if downloaded the app. So you press continue. So you have signed into the Windows Admin Center application on your device. You may close the window now. Good. So we close this window. So now he has already picked my Azure Active Directory tenant. Okay. So
Tenant ID.
yes, he has taken my tenant and I have two tenants. So I have two tenants. Let me check. There's something I need to check. Okay. Seven four seven two.
Hello? Hello, hello. Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. I do, yes, sir. Thank you, babe. That's all I've been saying since I'm very pleased. Where exactly? Okay. All right, fine.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, just a minute. Let me check. Active Directory. I'm trying to check that tenant ID. Okay.
Okay.
This is my tenant ID. So I have this one. I have 468. I ended with 1 triple D. Okay.
Okay.
So let me go back to that VM. Okay. So this is you can see this is the tenant.
Yeah.
Azure Active Directory application. Create new. Am I creating new? No. Let me use an existing one. Yeah. Okay. Azure. How to find the application? Let me check. Use the button to create an Azure AD application or service principal that can access resources. Okay. So you have to create an AD application. Service principal that can Your application will start services automatically need. Alright, just a minute. App registration. Okay, so check Azure AD permission in my feed. You get tenant and app ID values for signing in. Okay, so when programming signing in, pass the tenant and the application ID. You also need the certificates. What's all this? Okay, so select Azure Active Directory for map registration. Okay, when programmatically signing in, pass the tenant ID with your authentication request and the application ID. You may need so select Azure Active Directory for map registration in Azure AD. Select your application. Okay, Azure app registration. Okay, the directory can be found on the directory page. All right, let me see what it's talking about. So for Azure AD, this is Azure AD. Look for app registration. Okay, this is app registration. Okay, view all app in the directory. View all application for account. All app. Okay, there's no application here. Okay. Okay, actually there's no application here. Okay, good. There's no application. So let me go back to the window admin center. So instead of using an existing one, we can create one. We create one and then we connect. Couldn't register application in Azure as well. Couldn't register. Okay, so since we don't have any app that we are using, so what we are trying to do now is to connect this window admin center now. Remember, your window admin center is inside your Azure VM, and you understand. So now we want to tie this to the Azure account so that we can register all the VMs on that Azure portal so that it can appear here. Do you get? So that it can appear here. Do you get? Do you understand now?
Yes, sir.
Hope you understand what I was trying to do.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So it's trying to connect. Let's just give it time as it's trying to connect.
So please can I ask what you want, what you're trying to do? You're trying to
Sorry?
deploy Windows Admin Center.
No, we are not trying to deploy. We have already deployed it. Have you forgotten?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Let's go back to our PowerPoint presentation. Today, we are looking at your ADDS management tools, right? Which is your ADDS is your Active Directory Domain Services management tools. I said there are management tools that we use. The first one is your Window Admin Center, and I've been trying to show you how your Window Admin Center works, right? It's because your Window Admin Center looks like a web page console. So if you go back to your VM, this thing doesn't it look like a web? Yeah. See,
Yes.
it look like a web. But before we got here, we downloaded it and then it gave us this link and we got here, right? So now we are also saying that we can register other. I don't know why it's taking time. We can register other virtual machine that is already in our Azure portal. So that's what we are trying to do to sign in. Okay. So maybe once this one's finished signing and connecting, once we sign into Azure, it will bring out all other virtual machines that we have so that your window admin center can control the server and also control the virtual machines. I told you the virtual machines here, the computers here, they are your normal computers. See, like I said, they are your normal computers, your normal Windows 10. All of them are Windows 10. Do you get? But why this Naya alone is a server? So now we're inside the server. So one of the tools to control for management of server is your window admin center. Do you get? So why this one is running? Let's continue. So then another tool, like I said, is your HARUSAT, which is what is it used for? It's used to collect Windows Server roles and features. Abi, hope you wrote, did you write it down?
Yes.
So you use your HARUSAT, remote server administration to manage your server roles and features. Just write server roles and features so that I can show you, you can see it. So when you are seeing it, then when it's time for you to do your hands-on practical, it is easier for you to, so oh, this guy said that, this guy said that. So now let me go back to your VM. I don't know why this one is taking time, but let's just give it time.
How do
So
we
let's
get
give,
this PowerPoint?
he said,
How do we get this PowerPoint material?
sorry,
How do we get this PowerPoint material, please?
the PowerPoint material is a training material for Microsoft certified trainers.
How do we get it? Like,
You
I
want to
don't
get
know.
it?
Our own something.
You want to
Like
get
we
it?
hope I will we'll look at it maybe today.
Uh, don't worry, I will get you the materials you need.
Okay.
I'll get you the materials you need. Okay, so remember we are still inside the Naya VM, the server. This is
Yes.
it. So we are trying to configure. This is the window. This is called server manager. You get? This is called server manager. So we are still, but we are still trying to let you know. So your RSAT now manages what? What does it manage?
You know, just server roles and future.
Okay, now look at this cursor.
Okay.
What do you see there?
Add roles and features.
So anytime you see this one, what's it talking about?
RSAT.
Exactly. Do you get now?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. Okay. So now let's see. Let's go back to the next one. So what other tools do we have? Then we have what we call our Active Directory module for Windows PowerShell. Okay. So the third one is just PowerShell. Just write PowerShell. That's like PowerShell. So the Active Directory module for Windows PowerShell supports ADDS administration, and it is one of the most important management components. So let me go back to your VM. So from your VM, you can always bring up your PowerShell. You understand? So when you, of course, when you type PowerShell, you see it. Can you see PowerShell? You can use this one, PowerShell ISC. See. So you can run some troubleshooting. Let's say ping, what's the name of this machine? 20.231.101.84. You know what ping does?
Yeah, to check if the devices are connecting and communicating.
Exactly. You understand? For communication.
Yeah.
You understand? But it's timing out. It's timing out. And do you know why it's timing out?
No, sir.
Because it's talking to itself. It's talking to itself. You understand? It's talking to itself because this is the name of the machine. This is the name of the machine. You are pinging the machine itself. You understand? But if there's another machine nearby within the network, then they can communicate with it. Do you get? So, but let's say if you can ping Google.
You can bring up.
Google.
Okay.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Google DNS is 8.8.8.8, right?
Yes, sir.
So PowerShell is one of those tools, but this one is just network stuff. But when we get to PowerShell, you begin to use some modules and how to use PowerShells and all of those stuff. You understand the idea?
Yes, sir.
So now you are seeing the tools that they use for your server administration now. Okay. Okay, let me check this. This one is not connecting now. I don't know why. I don't know why it's I don't know why this is not connecting. I don't know why it's taking time to connect. Don't know why it's taking time to connect. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so the next 3 minutes we are going to go for a break, and then we'll reconvene in 15 minutes time. So okay, so let's just finish this page. So another Active Directory users and computers. Okay, this is another management tools. Active Directory users and computers is a Microsoft management console snapping that manages most common resources, including users, groups, and computer. Remember, we talked about this yesterday. We were talking about different domains, users, group, organizational unit, right? Yeah, I remember. So now, where do you get them? So the reason why I'm doing this is that if I read all this to you, it's easier for you to read and go your way. But if I come back to your server and then show you what those things they are saying. So now this is your server, and then if I come here and I type for okay, no, if I go back to your Windows server, this is the server manager, right?
Yes.
So if you come to manage, see, it's saying you can also manage. Remember the word management tools. So Windows server is another management tools. This application you are looking at, it comes by default. So remember your add rows and features is your RSAT, right? So if I come to tools, Can you see computer management?
Yes, sir.
So if I click on computer management, so this is what it's talking about. It's talking about your local, can you see local users and group? This is exactly what it's talking about. So if I click down, see you have users and then you have group. Do you get the idea now? Do you
Yes,
get the
sir.
idea? So if I click on users, see I already have users here.
People. Yes.
See, this is me. This is, you understand? I already have users. I already have users. I already have users. I already have users. You can see that there's one Mr. Coyote that has joined this call. He's already a user. And then I've already added you, Naya, as a user. So you happen to be a Windows Server student, right? Okay, so there's one person on this call that we've not added. His name is Mefosa. So how do you add? So you come to user, or you can right click, say new user. So you click on user. Okay. So our time for break has started. Just a moment. Okay, so our short break has started though. I don't want us to eat into our short break. Okay, so let's say we have a FOSA. So you can see that from user now, I'm trying to add somebody a FOSA. So his full name is FOSA. What's your full name? What's your full name? FOSA what again? Is this guy there?
Charles Abu.
Yeah, Charles Abu.
Charles Abu.
Okay, so I'm going to create, there's a password I'm using, is Nigeria as 2022. Try to confirm Nigeria as 2022. So this user must change password as next logon. I might not be able to create, so I've created that user. So now you can see FOSA. You can see FOSA already added. So another thing I need to do, that I quickly need to show you now is that FOSA can be a user on this server, but it might not have the ability to log into the server until I do this. I come to FOSA and I right click and I go to property. So don't worry, these are all the things you're going to do. And I say, okay, I want FOSA to be a member of, okay, if I say, see if I check this, user must change password next logon, it won't be able to do it. So if I uncheck, I'll say user cannot change password never expire. So we continue to use that password. So is a member of what? It's just a user. I can add into administrator group. Yeah, I say I can add into administrator group. Okay, also let me see remove. Okay. Okay, let me apply. Well, okay. So but already we have a full here, like we all know. Do you get? So if I come to group now, I need to I want to manage that user in a group. See, we have plenty of groups here. There are different groups here. So I might say I want this is an administrator group. I might say I want the FOSA to be a member of the administrator. So if I double click, these are the people in the administrator group. So if I add, I go to add, I can say FOSA. I just start for the person's name. I then check the name here. See, he has already seen the guy. I press OK. He has added it. Let me add Naya. I say Naya because I already have you. I check it. I say okay, Naya. Press OK. So what does this mean? It means that you are an administrator to this virtual machine. You understand? That is, you have some rights that is more than other people. Okay, so I apply. I press OK. Okay, then there's another group called remote desktop. See, remember that you're always doing RDP into your machine. But if I don't give you that password and username, you'll be able to do the RDP. So if I'll now bring Fosa to come and join this group. So remember what your GOP. This is part of it. So I've already added these people to have opportunity to do that RDP. So I think Naya is there. As you can see, Naya is there, but Efosa is not there because I just added Efosa to the group. So I'll just say Efosa, then check name, and I press OK. So Efosa is added. I apply, I press OK. So with that now, Efosa can log in. Efosa can log into this machine. So all I need to do is to look at this number. If I send this number to Efosa, the number here, I say, oh yeah, bring up your RDP with username and password. Efosa will sign in to this machine. You understand? He will sign to this machine. So guys, so let's go for our 15 minutes break, and then we will be back. We'll
9:20.
be, we'll be back in 9:15. Okay.
9:20. 15 minutes. Very 9:05.
Okay. Let me make an adjustment there. Let me make an adjustment. But
Thank you, sir.
okay. So 9:20, as you can see.
Yeah.
We'll be
Thank
back
you.
in 9:20. So guys, let's reconvene by 9:20 for the other part of the class.
Okay.
Hi guys, hope we are getting ready. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hi, sir.
Hello. What do we have here?
I'm here, sir.
Okay, you're here. Okay, so let's just continue. Occasionally we need to be taking break like that because we need to attend to one or two things. All right. So let me see where we are with this. Hopefully. Well, this is not connecting, and that means I might as well cancel. And on Azure VM. Okay, copy. Enter code here. Let me see what I can do. Okay. Okay. Let me try and get the code again. This is the code. Copy. Okay. Try to sign in. This is another device. Okay. Let me sign in. Bless you. Okay, now that we have signed in, let's connect this. Okay, so all right. Okay, yeah, welcome back, everybody. So, first, I don't know if you saw what I did. We were trying to sign in this the other time, and then it was giving me issue. So remember that when I was trying to sign in into this account, I was doing it on the VM. So he saw it as, so that's why it's connecting. So what I now did was to copy the link. I copied this link here that says, he said, enter the code, the particular link. I went out of the VM into my normal Azure portal, here, into my normal Azure portal here, and then verified. So from there now, he has been able to verify my VM, and then it's now connected. See, now connected to Azure AD. So now I can sign in. So once I sign in now, you'll be able to see, okay, it needs something to verify from my email. Let's check. Let's check. Okay, let me just go there. I have my email open here. Like I said, always have your email open, have your WhatsApp open, because we can send that information to you. Okay. So don't forget, we are still looking at your Windows Server management tools. All right. So if I go back to my email, okay. So I have the code. So this is the code. What's all this now? I have the code. So if I go back to my VM, I can then apply the code so that I can verify that I'm the account owner. So consent on behalf of organization, and I can accept. Then we sign in. So sign in. So I've been able to sign in now. So on my account now, it will bring up my subscription. I have the subscription. So I have the subscription here. It will bring up the resource group. A lot of resource group. So the one I have VM inside is okay. There's one for Naya group, of course. That's where for the server. So but the other VM is Marite. Isn't like Marite there? Okay, it's not here. Let me check the other. So, okay, so there's a VM here in Marite training. Okay, so now sign in to access this site authorization. So I can now use as okay, Nigeria 160. So username. Which one is it asking for? Windows security. Yes. Okay, let me try Benjamin. What security is he asking for? Authorization required by. What security is he asking for? Error while retrieving virtual machine from this group.
Time was always hard with this. There's always issues. I don't know why.
Okay, he's always having issue with this, right?
Yeah, this sign authorization and the authentication. Every time you put the password that you just put, later to tell you username or be password not correct. I don't know why
I
it does
know,
like that.
I understand. Okay, so what I'm thinking, this is another. Okay, let's do like this. Why is he saying error while retrieving? Why is he saying error while retrieving? Maybe he brought all the resource group now. Now I'm listening. He brought all the resource group now. Wow. I don't understand. Okay, let's cancel. Okay, so specify the administrator account to use when connecting to use my window account for this connection. Okay, use another account for this connection. Okay, so let's wow, what's going on here? What's going on here? What's going on here? Managing as Ade.com. Okay. Okay. Connect. Use my window account for this connection. Use another account. Why is it not connecting? Ah, this is okay. Okay. Don't let this one. Don't let this one waste our time. At least you now know what your window this thing can do. So we'll try and troubleshoot that one later. So of course, so I was trying to explain another one which is called Active Directories. I've done this one, directory users and computer. All right, where I added a FOSA. I've done that one. Another one is directory site and services. So the Active Directory site and services and snapping, manage applications, network topologies, and related services. Okay, so we also have your Active Directory domains and trust. I was trying to explain to you your trust domain yesterday. Remember this diagram where you have different domain and then they create a connection. So it's called trust relationship. This one provides access to resources in a complex ADDS environment. So that's when you're in a complex ADDS environment. Okay. So then the last one is Active Directory schema snapshot. So your schema, like I tried to explain, is the one that defines your database structure. Okay, how you want your data to be collected and how you want it to be designed. So that's what your schema does basically. That's what it does basically. All right. So demonstration, managing objects in HDS, navigate within the Active Directory domain center. So we try to do this one now, right? And then perform adjacent tasks within Active Directory center, create object and view all object attributes, window Powershell history. Okay. So knowledge check. Introduction to so here you are going to be looking at ADDS domain controller and FSMO's rules. So what are FSMO's rules? Let's check. Oh, all right, bro. So mm, okay, so for Active Directory domains, a much easier go to domain authentication services for enterprise all over the world. Back then, okay. So what are
Sorry,
the
sir. What?
rules?
Hello. Sorry, sir.
And
Please.
the FSMOs means flexible single master operation.
Sorry. Come again, sir.
This is it.
Okay.
Flexible single master operation. So what your FSMO role does is to put a whole lot of authentication into one place. So you said over the last decade, Microsoft has introduced numerous enhancements, numerous patches and updates that have drastically improved Active Directory functionalities, reliability, and security. So now FSMO helps Active Directory functionality, reliability, and security. So one of such changes was to head towards a single master model where one domain controller could make changes to all the domain. Another domain fulfill automation requests. So you understand? So there are 5 types There are 5 rows.
5 rows.
Yes, there are 5 rows. So each of those rows. So now a full Active Directory system is split into 5 separate FSMO rows. So the first one is your relative ID master. The next one is primary domain controller emulator. The other one is infrastructure master. The next one is domain naming master, and then the schema master. So what do they do? The schema master and domain naming masters are limited to one per forest, whereas the rest are limited to 1 per domain. Okay. So these are the roles. For schema master, this domain controller holds a read and write copy of your AD schema. Infrastructure master updates object references to at a local level and ensure it is up to date. Your relative ID masters ensure that each security ID is unique. So your domain naming master ensures you cannot create a second domain in the name of. So what you need to do now is just write these 5 rows down. So that just write it down. If you can see it, they are short way of explaining all those rows, what they do.
Oh, okay.
You understand? Because you will also need them in our next when we start our hands-on. So when you finish writing, let me know. Because we have 10 minutes more so that I'm still at work so that I can go and prepare to go home. So the first one, which is the schema master, it's a form of a domain controller. It holds a read and write copy of your Active Directory schema. And your schema is how you've defined your Active Directory, how you want your database to look like. Okay, so the next one is your infrastructure master. So what does this one do? It updates object references at a local level and ensures it is up to date. Remember your local level. Remember, let me go back here so that you can understand what they mean by local level. If you remember,
Yes, sir.
I know. I just want to show you. Remember your group scope, local level, domain local, global, and universal. Do you remember? For security type and scope. Okay. So for relative ID master, RID, RID master ensures that each security ID is unique. Remember now, we created username for everybody. About 10 people have as users. Our server, that's how we look. Okay, so
Hello, I can't hear you, sir.
okay, I'm trying to explain this number 3, your relative ID master. So what this does, hope you've written the full name of FSMO. Did you write it? Okay. So what this does is that this one gives a unique ID. For example, we created a FOSA the other time as a user. So that particular user now, it will ascribe a unique ID to it. Okay, remember that you can hire another person who also bears a FOSA, if you understand. So it will also give that person another unique ID. Even if you delete the 2 FOSAs, the unique ID is still there. You understand? Okay, so number 4, you have a domain naming master. It's just like your DNS, which ensures you cannot create a second domain in the same forest with the same name. Remember that your forest is like the A4 apartment, a whole building that have different. Your domain now becomes like your each flat in it. Do you get? So if there's a family that bears Adekoya, that lives in flat A, there can never be another Adekoya in flat B, because there's only one Adekoya in the compound. If there's family that bears Wachuku, there can always be Wachuku family. There cannot be. You understand what I mean? Why? Because each families are unique and they are different. You understand the idea? So that name, this domain name is master, ensures that you cannot create a second domain in the same forest with the same name. Do you get? So they might have unique names. Okay. So number PDC emulator. So what does your PDC emulator does? So your primary domain controller emulator responds to an authentication request. So this one responds to your authentication request. So basically this is what it does. So this one just try to do some explanation, blah 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 blah. Okay. So I guess we are going to be starting from here tomorrow, right?
Okay.
Yeah, because this is 9:45. I need to go and
Yeah.
prepare to start going up. So we're going to start from lesson 2, which is manage ADDS domain controller and FSMO. You already know what your FSMO is. So I'll give you an assignment. Try and read up on ADDS domain controller and FSMO on your own. On your own. Do you understand?
Yes.
Write it down. Just read up on ADDS domain controller. Just Google ADDS domain controller. And of course, you've learned about FSMO now. Just read up, just know one or two things about it. The reason why I'm taking pain to take you through this lecture is that by the time we get into, for example, all this VM that we are doing now, by the time we get to action, there's nothing to learn. Once I say, oh yeah, bring up your domain controller, you know what a domain controller is. If I say, okay, let's configure DNS, you know what a DNS is. If I say, let's do DHCP, you know what, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
That's how it is. Okay. So that's the reason why we need to take your time and go through this class. All right. So
Okay, sir.
do you have any question?
No, I'm good, sir.
All right. No problem.
Good. So tomorrow, this lesson 2, is it another tool in ADDS management?
Is that?
Like the way we did ADDS management tools.
Yeah.
This lesson 2, is it a type of management tool or another lesson entirely apart from the management tools?
Okay. I get what you're asking.
Yeah.
So what was your lesson 1? Your lesson 1 was
Administering network server.
no overviewing your ADDS. The one you started yesterday.
Okay.
You understand?
Identify services in Windows Server.
Identity services in Windows Server.
Identity service. Okay. Okay. So
That's
this
the
lesson
that's the
one.
module. That's the module. But the lesson 1 in
Module.
those
Okay.
identity is to let you know what is an ADDS. You understand? Your Active Directory Domain
Okay.
Services. So you've learned
Okay.
about OU, username, group. Now you learn about those ones now. You've learned about domain. You've learned about trust. You've learned about OU. Abi. So those are
Yes.
components of. Now you've now learned about how to now manage you understand your
Tools.
ADDS.
Okay.
So now part of your ADDS is also for you to also know what we call how to also manage the domain controller. Your ADDS is different from domain controller.
Okay.
ADDS is different from domain controller. So because of our time, let me go back to this your virtual machine. So now I'm inside
Okay.
this virtual machine. So I don't want to do it. I'm very skeptical. Why? Because I want you to do it by yourself.
Okay.
Do you
Okay.
understand? That's why I don't want to do it. So once you come here now, this is your Windows server. This is your server manager. When you come to tools now,
Yeah.
no, not
Yes.
tools. If you come to manage, which
Manage.
is hard roles and features, remember hard roles and features.
Yes.
If you click on hard roles and feature, you come here, you click next. You want to add rows. What rows? You click next. You
Mm.
understand? You select a server from this. There's already have a server. Do you get? It says
Yeah.
select a server.
Yeah.
You already have a server that has an IP address. You understand? You
Mm.
click next. So what are the roles? Can you see all the roles? See, can you see
Yes.
Active Directory, certificate services, Active Directory,
Mm.
domain services? Can you see now? Domain services. So it is when you click on this and say, okay, I want, see, the moment you say, I want, look at this, the moment you want to add these features that says Active Directory, domain services, see what is going to install. So you cannot install unless all these following features are installed with it. So now remember your RSAT, remote server administrative tools.
Yeah.
Can you see? So it will come with remote server administrative tools. Remember your good policy, your GPO. It will come with GPO. Remember your ADDS. See, all of those things will come with it. And then once you had, you understand. Once you
Yes,
had,
sir.
you click on install. Everything will be there. Don't worry. I don't want to do this. Do you understand?
Okay, no problem,
I
sir.
want you to do it because now you did
Okay.
learn. You understand?
All right,
So
sir.
a time will come, you will install your DHCP server. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
I mean, see how a time will
I can
come,
see it.
you install your DNS server. You understand? So you
Yes,
install
sir.
your Hyper-V. You understand? Even if you want to host a website, you can come and install your web server. See, look at it here. You understand?
Mm.
Can you see
Mm.
now? So see remote
Yeah.
desktop. If you want people to be doing remote services into it, you you install, which means that you'll be inside your house. You want to be remoting into your server at home. That kind of a thing. So these are the things that you will learn.
Yes, sir.
So just take your time. Like I said, take your time. So tomorrow we'll start from there. And so thank you so much, everyone, for joining this class. And I want
All
to
right, sir.
believe that you've learned one or two things, though it might not be too much of interactive now, but very soon it's going to be more of interaction. So thank you so much, Mr. Kayode. Thank you, Efosa. Thank you, Naya, for joining this class. We really appreciate.